have you tried to think top of funnel and how that shift about creating awareness and attracting your ideal customer might have changed your content? The how-to lesson of the top of funnel strategy is actually 20 minutes because it flowed, and I'm sure you can make a salad in 20 minutes and listen to it while you're making a salad. I was on my Mentors Insider Facebook group yesterday, and I found it very interesting that a lot, and obviously most of the students are American because he's in the States, most of the students were complaining that Facebook group reach has declined so significantly. And that tactic they brought in, the @follower tactic to reach your Facebook group, is becoming negative because people get tagged when they don't want to be tagged @follower and then unfollow. So Facebook groups, whilst they have a purpose, are not becoming your ideal. Normally, they would have been here today, middle of funnel strategy, because they were to nurture and warm up your audience. Now what, when nobody even hears you? So guys, pay attention to today. This part 2 of part 3 today is part of a 3-stage funnel to help you take people from the top to the middle and down to convert. It is a very, very unique and important marketing tactic to understand and to be able to do. Many of you will have heard of ClickFunnels and all these complicated softwares that help you implement it. You don't need that. Trust me, a small business owner, an entrepreneur who is selling themselves a service, putting themselves at the front of what they deliver, needs to be real, needs to connect. And when you implement a tactical funnel, then you start losing touch with your audience. And that is not the way to build trust. So pay attention to this funnel, improve it over time. So go back to the training and take something from each stage and implement it. The next week, try and do something else. Write it into your content plan. It will become so much easier to convert people simply. We were talking top of funnel, which is the awareness stage, where your audience is becoming aware and might start searching for a solution to their problem. You need at this stage, as we covered, to spark curiosity, to help them get to know you. They might have seen your content, might not be hanging around yet. Your job is to get them to pay attention, to hang around, so that you can start taking them to the next stage. So if you missed it, folks, last week's lesson has got a worksheet with all the steps attached, and then the bottom of funnel, and there you will have your forever strategy with the worksheets that have a plan with each worksheet of the type of content you should share. Today we are going to explain to you what is MOFU. It sounds like a very funny word, but it is middle of funnel strategy, why it matters, and then your key tactics are WhatsApp and email marketing. So we're going to give you some really simple, actionable tips to embrace those. Where does it fit in? It is this part in the middle. As we've said, this top is to get you noticed. Here you're getting to know you. Here they're getting to like and trust you. And then at the bottom, it's how to easily convert leads. But here's the fun part. If you do the top and the middle, the bottom happens really easily because by then they are flowing. So at the top, getting noticed isn't enough because your leads aren't buying yet. You know that it's an awareness strategy, and I explained the 3 E's, educate, entertain, and engage. But now we need to warm them up. This is the consideration stage where potential customers are evaluating different solutions and deciding who to trust before going further down the funnel. This is where they're going, do I like this? Does this suit me? Does it seem real? Does it seem scammy? Is it trustworthy? Is this person qualified to teach me, etc.? Your audience knows they have a problem and are actively considering solutions, including yours. Now it's about deepening the relationship. And here it is things like case studies, testimonials, email sequences, WhatsApp strategies, and so on. What is a MOFU strategy? Think of tofu like dating. You don't propose on the first date. Well, I hope you don't, because you probably won't have a lot of success. Getting leads is easy, but keeping them interested is the real challenge. MOFU is getting to the know you stage before they commit. And that's exactly why we're here today, to bridge the gap. MOFU businesses fail because they're either focusing on the top, trying to attract people, trying to grow their followers. Who's in that situation? Who's been focusing on growing their follower base and is going to change after the series of workshops? Or people are focusing on BOFU, which is bottom of funnel strategy and selling, ignoring the middle where trust is built. Today we want to fix that so you stop losing leads before they convert. A funnel is broken without the middle gap filled. So MOFU smart businesses educate, nurture, attract with ease. If you're at this point, you're no longer talking to people at the top of the funnel. You're talking to leads and prospects. I call those people at the top of funnel suspects. Now you're talking to leads and prospects and future customers. Think of them like that. Build trust and brand loyalty. This phase of your funnel increases conversion rate because you provide valuable content. And it optimizes the return on your time. So we so easily ignore this middle funnel, but this, folks, I promise you, is where you get your best results. And when you segment your leads for personalized strategies, you increase your customer lifetime value. Who doesn't want that? Customer lifetime value is when a single customer stays with you over time, continues to purchase. You can upsell, you can cross-sell, they stay engaged, and they become your loyal brand advocates. The truth is, leads don't ghost you, you lose them. Have you ever had a lead ask about your services, maybe even sound excited, and then crickets? That's not random. There's a pattern here. Too much time passes between messages. So what happens? They forget who you are. They weren't ready to buy, and you had no system to just keep them engaged. You reached out once and then didn't go back, so they forgot about you. No value is given. They only hear from you when you want to sell them something. You sound like everybody else. So is there a reason to stick around? What makes you different? You don't do enough trust building before asking for the sale. Or there's just too much and they're overwhelmed. They lost interest because there's just too much, so they moved away, or your competitors are doing a better job and they got distracted by your competitors. What is the fix? Stay visible, add value before asking for the sale. The reality check here is people need multiple touch points before making a decision. And if you're not nurturing them, someone else is. I explained the customer journey to you and said it's not linear. They come in from all over the place. If they can't connect with you and go on a journey from wherever they come in, they're going to bounce straight out again. So let's talk more about why. You need MOFU. People lose interest and don't stick around. Even if they don't ghost you completely, they just drift away because they're overwhelmed. There's no emotional connection. There's no trust. They don't see that there's a fit between you and them. This comes to your value-based content, to being authentic, to reaching out so people can get to know you. You didn't stay in their world. You didn't show them you were interested in their issues, in their topics, in their interests even. This is where MOFU comes in, folks. It helps keep your brand top of mind and moves people from passive interest to active engagement. And here are the 3 steps.